You are not here by coincidence. You were guided to this moment by a divine force. God's chosen ones are awakening, experiencing a transformation that transcends the limits of human existence. This is not just a shift in mindset, it is a deep spiritual awakening, a calling to embrace your true purpose. The world as you know it is changing, and so are you. The challenges, doubts, and struggles you have faced were not meaningless. They were preparing you for something greater. You are breaking free from old patterns, leaving behind fear and uncertainty, and stepping into a new reality where your soul's true power can be fully realized. This transformation is not about becoming someone new, but remembering who you truly are. You were never just an ordinary person. You have always been meant for something greater. As you awaken, you will begin to see beyond the illusions of this world and recognize the divine plan that has been unfolding in your life. You are chosen. You are being called to rise, to embrace your purpose, and to step into the fullness of your spiritual destiny. The time is now. Are you ready? If you believe that you are one of God's chosen ones, that you are more than just a human and have a greater purpose in this life, comment 99 to affirm it. The reality you see around you is not the only one that exists. For too long, humanity has been conditioned to believe in a world limited by physical senses, logic, and structured systems. However, those who are chosen are beginning to perceive something beyond an existence that transcends time, space, and the material world. This awakening is not just intellectual, it is a deep inner knowing, an unshakable realization that reality is far more expansive than what the eyes can perceive. As this awareness grows, the illusion of separation begins to dissolve. You are not isolated, nor are you merely an individual navigating through life alone. Instead, you are part of a vast, interconnected cosmic design. The boundaries between self and the universe are fading, replaced by a profound sense of unity and purpose. The mind, once trapped by societal limitations, is now opening to divine wisdom, revealing the hidden truths of existence. This shift is not accidental, it is a necessary step in your journey. The chosen ones are not meant to remain confined within the false constructs of this world. They are being called to embrace a higher consciousness, to step beyond the veil, and to see reality as it truly is. The transition from the third dimension to the fifth dimension is a profound shift that is reshaping the very fabric of existence for God's chosen ones. It is not merely a physical transition, but a transformation of consciousness zone that requires the release of old paradigms, outdated belief systems, and deeply ingrained fears. The third dimensional world is governed by duality, limitation, and separation. It is a realm where fear and control dictate human experiences, where people are bound by societal constructs that reinforce competition, scarcity, and suffering. However, those who are chosen are now breaking free from these constraints, stepping into a new reality where love, unity, and divine wisdom reign supreme. As this transformation unfolds, many are experiencing an inner conflict between the familiar structures of the third dimensional world and the expansive, limitless nature of the fifth dimension. Letting go of old belief systems can feel like shedding an identity that has been ingrained for lifetimes. Yet, this process is necessary for ascension. To step into the fifth dimension, one must surrender the fear-based mentality that has been programmed into humanity. It is a journey of trust, of releasing control, and of embracing the flow of divine guidance. This shift requires one to operate from the heart rather than the mind, to act from intuition rather than fear. In the fifth dimensional state, fear no longer holds power. The need for conflict, division, and judgment dissolves as individuals begin to see through the illusion of separation. Instead of perceiving others as threats or competitors, one begins to recognize the interconnectedness of all things. There is no longer a need to struggle for survival or validation, for in this higher realm, abundance flows naturally to those who align with their divine truth. Reality is no longer dictated by rigid external forces, but by the internal vibration of one's soul. The chosen ones understand that their energy, thoughts, and emotions create the world around them, and by shifting their consciousness, they manifest a new reality rooted in peace, harmony, and divine love. Beyond the limitations of the third dimension, the infinite nature of the soul becomes clear. No longer bound by linear time or the constraints of material existence, the chosen ones begin to access higher wisdom, spiritual gifts, and the remembrance of their divine mission. They understand that they are not merely human beings living a temporary existence, but eternal souls with a sacred purpose. This realization is both liberating and empowering, allowing them to step fully into their role as co-creators of a new reality. As they move forward, they no longer fear the unknown, for they understand that they are guided, protected, and deeply connected to the divine. Breaking free from self-imposed limitations is one of the most crucial steps for God's chosen ones. Throughout life, individuals are conditioned to believe in boundaries, restrictions imposed by society, upbringing, and personal experiences. These limitations manifest as fear, self-doubt, and a belief in one's own inadequacy. However, these constraints are nothing more than illusions designed to keep individuals trapped in a cycle of stagnation. The chosen ones are awakening to the realization that their perceived weaknesses, failures, and setbacks do not define them. Instead, they are stepping into the truth that they are limitless beings, capable of transcending all barriers. Fear has long been used as a tool to keep humanity confined within a narrow scope of existence. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown have held many back from embracing their true power. But the chosen ones are learning to dismantle these fears, understanding that they are merely illusions created by the mind. By recognizing fear as an illusion, they strip it of its control over their lives. They no longer allow past mistakes or societal expectations to dictate their future. Instead, they reclaim their divine authority and move forward with confidence. Breaking free from limitations also means releasing attachment to past experiences and external circumstances. Many believe that their history defines them, that their struggles, traumas, and disappointments determine their worth. However, the chosen ones understand that they are not bound by what has happened to them. They are not victims of fate, but creators of their own reality. The past does not hold power over them unless they choose to let it. Every moment is an opportunity to rewrite their story, to embrace their highest potential, and to align with the divine plan. As they shed these limiting beliefs, the chosen ones step into their divine mission with unwavering faith. They recognize that they are not here by accident, but have been called for a higher purpose. This purpose requires them to stand in their power, to trust in their abilities, and to embrace the limitless energy that resides within them. No longer held back by fear or doubt, they move with clarity and conviction, ready to fulfill their sacred role in the awakening of humanity. The strength they seek has always been within them, waiting to be uncovered. Now, as they fully embrace their true nature, they unlock the infinite potential that has been divinely placed inside their souls. For far too long, humanity has lived in a state of division, separated by race, religion, nationality, and belief systems. These divisions have created conflict, misunderstanding, and a sense of isolation that has kept people from realizing their true nature. However, God's chosen ones are awakening to a deeper truth. There is no separation. Everything in existence is interconnected, woven together by divine energy. The illusion of division is dissolving, revealing the unity between all things, between humanity, the earth, and the divine. As this awareness grows, the chosen ones begin to see that every person, every creature, and every element of nature is an expression of the same universal consciousness. The trees, the oceans, the stars all are part of the same sacred design, moving in harmony with a divine rhythm. This realization shifts the way they perceive the world. They no longer see themselves as isolated beings struggling to survive in a hostile environment, but as integral pieces of a greater whole. They understand that when they harm another, they are harming themselves. When they show love and compassion, they uplift not just an individual but the entire collective. One of the greatest barriers to this realization has been the human ego. The ego thrives on separation, feeding the illusion that each person is an independent entity, disconnected from others. It creates a false sense of identity based on status, achievements, and external validation. However, as the chosen ones undergo their spiritual awakening, the grip of the ego begins to weaken. They no longer feel the need to prove themselves or compete for power. Instead, they embrace humility, recognizing that their true essence is not defined by temporary roles or labels. As the ego dissolves, they experience a profound expansion of consciousness, one that allows them to perceive reality beyond the limitations of the material world. With this expanded awareness comes a deep sense of peace. No longer caught in the illusion of separateness, the chosen ones feel an unshakable connection to the universe. They trust in the divine order of life, knowing that they are always supported, always guided. They no longer seek external validation because they understand that everything they need already exists within them. This newfound sense of unity empowers them to act from a place of love, to be conduits of divine energy, and to spread light wherever they go. Through this awakening, the chosen ones become the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, embodying the truth that all is one. They carry the wisdom of unity within them, illuminating the path for others to follow. As more souls awaken to this reality, the collective consciousness of humanity begins to shift, bringing the world closer to the divine harmony it was always meant to embody. One of the most profound transformations experienced by God's chosen ones is the shift from being reactive participants in the world to becoming conscious observers of life. In a society that thrives on emotional responses, where people are constantly triggered by external events, the chosen ones learn to step back and cultivate inner stillness. They no longer allow themselves to be controlled by fleeting emotions, nor do they get lost in the chaos of the material world. Instead, they develop the ability to witness life with clarity, responding with wisdom rather than impulsive reactions. This process requires deep self-awareness. The chosen ones recognize that emotions such as anger, fear, and anxiety are often conditioned responses, shaped by past experiences and societal programming. Rather than being enslaved by these emotions, they learn to observe them without attachment. They understand that emotions are transient, they come and go like waves, but the true self remains untouched. Through meditation, reflection, and spiritual discipline, they cultivate an inner sanctuary where peace remains unshaken, regardless of external circumstances. As they detach from the distractions of the material world, their perception becomes sharper. Without the constant noise of ego-driven desires and societal expectations, they gain access to a higher level of intuition and wisdom. This newfound clarity allows them to navigate life with greater ease, making decisions not from a place of fear or urgency, but from alignment with divine guidance. They trust the process of life, understanding that everything happens in divine timing, and that their role is not to force outcomes, but to flow with the natural rhythm of the universe. By adopting the role of the observer, the chosen ones become impervious to the chaos that consumes the masses. While others may be caught in cycles of reaction, arguing, blaming, and seeking control, the chosen ones remain centered. They watch events unfold with a deep understanding that everything is temporary, that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. This does not mean they are indifferent or passive. Rather, they act from a place of conscious awareness, ensuring that their energy is used for creation and healing rather than conflict and destruction. Through this inner stillness, they become vessels of divine wisdom. They radiate a presence that calms those around them, offering a sense of peace in turbulent times. Their detachment from the material world's illusions does not make them disconnected. Rather, it allows them to engage with life in a way that is intentional and meaningful. By living as conscious observers, they serve as beacons of light, guiding others toward a higher state of awareness and ultimately fulfilling their divine mission. God's chosen ones are not merely on a journey of self-discovery. They carry the responsibility of guiding others toward awakening. Their transformation is not meant to be contained within themselves, but to serve as a beacon of light for those still trapped in the illusions of the material world. As they rise in consciousness, they naturally radiate an energy that influences those around them, helping others break free from fear, confusion, and separation. One of the primary roles of the chosen ones is to lead by example. They do not force change upon others, nor do they impose their beliefs. Instead, they embody higher wisdom and love in their actions, allowing their very presence to inspire transformation. Through their words, energy, and actions, they create a ripple effect, awakening others simply by being who they are. Those who are ready will feel an unexplainable pull toward them, sensing the peace and clarity that chosen ones carry. This is the nature of divine influence, not through coercion, but through resonance. In addition to leading by example, chosen ones actively spread light and positivity into the world. Whether through healing, teaching, or simple acts of kindness, they serve as conduits of divine energy. Many are drawn to spiritual practices such as energy work, meditation, or intuitive guidance, using their gifts to assist those seeking truth. Others may work quietly in their communities, bringing hope to the lost and strength to the weary. Their role is not defined by titles or recognition. It is an intrinsic calling, a duty that they fulfill simply by being attuned to their divine nature. Another crucial aspect of their mission is breaking the cycle of fear and division that has long plagued humanity. The world is filled with misinformation and narratives designed to keep people in a state of confusion and disempowerment. Chosen ones, through their heightened awareness, recognize these illusions and dismantle them, not through confrontation, but through the unwavering presence of truth. They encourage unity instead of division, reminding others that beyond physical differences and societal constructs, all souls are connected in divine oneness. Above all, chosen ones serve as bridges between the physical and spiritual realms. As they deepen their connection with the divine, they become channels through which higher wisdom flows into the world. They guide others not by providing all the answers, but by leading them back to their own divine essence. Every soul has the potential to awaken, and chosen ones are here to illuminate the path, ensuring that no one walks alone on their journey toward higher consciousness. In the journey of spiritual awakening, one of the most crucial aspects for God's chosen ones is achieving the balance between masculine and feminine energies. These energies, often perceived as opposing forces, are in fact complementary and essential for attaining harmony within the self. The masculine energy is associated with action, logic, strength, and structure, while the feminine energy embodies intuition, emotion, receptivity, and flow. When one is overly dominant over the other, imbalance occurs, leading to struggles either in decision-making, emotional well-being, or the ability to manifest one's divine purpose. For centuries, humanity has operated under a distorted paradigm where one energy is often favored over the other. Many societies have leaned heavily on masculine energy, promoting logic, ambition, and control, while suppressing intuition, compassion, and emotional intelligence. This has created a world driven by materialism, competition, and disconnection from the divine flow. Conversely, an overemphasis on feminine energy without the grounding force of masculinity can result in passivity, lack of direction, and difficulty in taking decisive action. God's chosen ones are now called to transcend these extremes, integrating both energies within themselves to embody divine balance. Achieving this equilibrium requires self-awareness and conscious effort. Chosen ones must first recognize which energy has been dominant in their lives and where they have neglected the other. Those who have been overly driven by logic and structure must learn to trust their intuition, embrace their emotions, and allow life to flow naturally rather than attempting to control every outcome. On the other hand, those who have been primarily guided by emotion and intuition must cultivate discipline, structure, and the ability to take decisive action when needed. By doing so, they step into their full power, no longer constrained by societal conditioning or personal limitations. One of the key practices for integrating these energies is mindfulness. Through meditation, reflection, and intentional living, chosen ones can observe their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, identifying patterns that may indicate an imbalance. For example, if one finds themselves constantly striving, pushing, and forcing things to happen, it may be a sign that they need to embrace more feminine qualities of trust, surrender, and receptivity. Conversely, if one feels stagnant, indecisive, or overly emotional, they may need to tap into their inner strength, confidence, and ability to take bold steps forward. In addition to self-awareness, connecting with the divine is essential for this integration. Prayer, meditation, and spiritual practices help chosen ones attune to the guidance of the universe, allowing them to navigate life with both wisdom and intuition. The divine itself is neither solely masculine nor feminine, but a perfect harmony of both. When chosen ones embody this balance, they align more closely with their higher purpose and become vessels for divine will on earth. Relationships also play a significant role in this journey. Often, interactions with others serve as mirrors, reflecting the energies that need healing or strengthening within oneself. A chosen one may be drawn to a partner, mentor, or friend who embodies the qualities they lack, providing opportunities for learning and growth. Rather than seeing these differences as conflicts, they can be embraced as lessons in integration. Through conscious relationships, chosen ones refine their ability to balance their energies, leading to deeper connections and a more profound understanding of their divine nature. The integration of masculine and feminine energies is not just a personal transformation, it is a key to spiritual evolution. As chosen ones embody this balance, they radiate harmony, peace, and wisdom, influencing those around them. They become examples of what it means to live in alignment with divine will, guiding humanity toward a new paradigm where logic and intuition, action and surrender, strength and compassion coexist in perfect unity. One of the most profound lessons for God's chosen ones is learning to surrender and trust in the divine flow of the universe. In a world that constantly teaches control, struggle, and resistance, this concept may seem counterintuitive. However, true spiritual power does not come from force, but from alignment. The chosen ones are being called to release their attachment to control, let go of fear, and fully embrace the divine orchestration of their lives. This does not mean passivity, but rather an active trust in the unfolding of events according to a higher plan. Control is an illusion deeply ingrained in human consciousness. From an early age, people are taught to shape their own destinies, fight for their desires, and resist anything that does not align with their expectations. However, this constant striving often leads to frustration, disappointment, and suffering. The chosen ones are awakening to the understanding that their mission is not to force outcomes, but to align with the greater divine will. They are realizing that when they let go of control, they allow miracles to happen effortlessly. Letting go does not mean giving up, rather, it is the highest form of trust. When a chosen one surrenders, they acknowledge that they are co-creators with God, not the sole architects of their destiny. They understand that the universe has a perfect timing for everything, and that their role is to flow with divine energy rather than resist it. This surrender brings profound peace, as it removes the burden of constant worry and struggle. Instead of feeling the need to manipulate circumstances, they begin to witness the beauty of divine synchronicities unfolding in their lives. A key aspect of surrender is releasing the fear of the unknown. Many people resist change because they fear uncertainty. However, God's chosen ones are being called to trust even when the path is unclear. They are learning to embrace uncertainty as part of the divine plan, knowing that what is meant for them will never miss them. This shift in mindset transforms how they approach challenges and obstacles. Instead of seeing difficulties as setbacks, they begin to recognize them as divine redirections, guiding them toward their highest good. Trusting the divine flow also requires patience. The modern world operates on instant gratification, where people expect immediate results and quick solutions. However, the universe works on a different timeline. Everything happens at the right moment, and sometimes delays are blessings in disguise. Chosen ones are being called to cultivate patience and faith, understanding that divine timing is always perfect. The waiting period is not a punishment, but a preparation and opportunity to grow, refine their spiritual strength, and align more deeply with their purpose. When one fully surrenders, life becomes significantly easier. Struggles and resistance fade away, replaced by a sense of effortless flow. Opportunities appear at the right moment, relationships align naturally, and abundance manifests without force. This state of being is often referred to as flow state, a place where everything feels synchronized and divinely guided. In this state, chosen ones experience a deep connection with God, feeling supported, protected, and loved at all times. Another important aspect of surrender is releasing attachments to specific outcomes. Often, people become fixated on a particular desire, believing that their happiness depends on achieving it. However, God's chosen ones are learning that attachment creates suffering. When one clings to a certain result, they close themselves off to greater possibilities that the universe may have in store. True surrender means being open to all possibilities, trusting that whatever unfolds is for the highest good. To cultivate this level of trust, chosen ones must develop a deep relationship with God and the divine presence within them. Prayer, meditation, and spiritual practices help strengthen this connection, allowing them to hear divine guidance more clearly. When they trust this inner guidance, they no longer need to rely solely on logic or external validation. They begin to make decisions based on faith rather than fear, leading to a life of greater peace and fulfillment. Surrendering to the divine flow is an act of love for oneself, love for the universe, and love for God's perfect plan. It is the realization that one is never alone and that everything is happening exactly as it should. By embracing this truth, chosen ones step into their highest potential, allowing divine light to work through them effortlessly. God's chosen ones are not merely passive observers of the world's transformation, they are the architects of a new reality. Their mission is to create a world founded on love, unity, and divine wisdom. As the old paradigms of fear, division, and control crumble, it is the responsibility of those who have awakened to lead humanity into a new era of consciousness. This is not just a personal journey of enlightenment, but a collective mission to manifest heaven on earth. Each chosen one holds the power to shape reality through their thoughts, intentions, and actions. They are no longer bound by the limitations of the past, nor are they victims of circumstances. Instead, they are co-creators with God, capable of bringing light into darkness, healing into brokenness, and truth into illusion. By aligning their energy with divine will, they become vessels through which the higher frequencies of love and wisdom flow into the world. The key to this transformation lies in embodying unconditional love. Love is the highest vibration, the force that unites all things, and the foundation upon which the new world must be built. This love transcends personal relationships. It is a universal force that extends to all beings, nature, and the entire cosmos. Chosen ones are called to radiate this love in every aspect of their lives, dissolving barriers of separation and inspiring others to do the same. Unity is another fundamental pillar of the new world. For too long, humanity has been divided by race, religion, nationality, and ideology. But the time has come to move beyond these illusions and recognize that all beings are interconnected. The chosen ones are the bridge between the old and the new, fostering understanding, compassion, and collaboration. Their purpose is to unite rather than separate, to build rather than destroy, and to heal rather than judge. However, the path to creating a new reality requires action. Awakening is not enough. It must be followed by inspired, intentional movement. Chosen ones are being called to step into leadership roles in various aspects of society: spiritual, social, environmental, and technological. They must bring divine principles into the way they work, create, and interact with the world. Whether through art, education, healing, or innovation, each person has a role to play in manifesting a higher reality. This moment in history is a sacred invitation to step fully into divine power. The illusions of the past are fading, and the energies of transformation are stronger than ever. No longer should the chosen ones doubt their worth, hesitate in fear, or wait for external validation. The time to act is now. The universe is providing every tool, every sign, and every opportunity needed to rise into the fullness of their divine mission. As this journey unfolds, the ultimate realization emerges. The power to change the world has always been within. The external world is merely a reflection of the inner state. By shifting their consciousness, chosen ones shift the reality around them. They are not powerless. They are the catalysts of divine will. This is the great awakening. This is the fulfillment of destiny. The time has come to create the world humanity was always meant to inhabit, on where love reigns, unity flourishes, and divine light guides all things. The chosen ones are stepping into their divine power, realizing that they are not just individuals, but powerful co-creators of reality. No longer bound by fear, doubt, or societal conditioning, they embrace their true essence, beings of light, wisdom, and purpose. This journey is not about seeking external validation. It is about trusting the divine plan and surrendering to the flow of the universe. Each chosen one carries a unique gift meant to uplift and transform the world. Whether through healing, teaching, creating, or inspiring, their presence alone sparks change. They no longer conform to outdated beliefs that limit their potential. Instead, they embrace the truth that they are limitless, eternal, and deeply connected to the divine. Now is the time to step forward with confidence, to live authentically, and to embody the highest version of themselves. The world is shifting, and their light is needed more than ever. This is their calling to stand in truth, radiate love, and guide others toward awakening. If you feel this truth within you, if you know you are more than just human, comment 99 below and step fully into your divine purpose.